As a hobbyist, I like to do everything on a budget, from my home studio, my gears, and up to my video editing PC. Everything must be budgeted. If you're like me, well, we're on the same boat. The good thing going for us tight budgeted community is that we always find ways to get around our problems. One problem I had was editing 4K videos. My computer isn't high-end and scrubbing through a 4K footage is a pain. One more if I added adjustment layers and motion graphic files. After sleepless nights of Googling and searching YouTube, I finally got some answers. In this video, I'll show you 3 ways to edit high quality videos with a low spec PC. Here we go. So let's start by importing some 4K footages into our project. I'll be choosing some footages shot by the GoPro Hero 6. So these are all 4K and I'll show you that in a bit. Now let's check if these are definitely 4K footages. As we can see, the image size is 3840 by 2160 at 50 frames per second. I'll go through a couple more of these before we start scrubbing and trimming. So I'll choose any random footage and start with that. Like everyone else, I'm gonna scrub through my footage just to get the good parts. And as you can see, playback is already lagging. So one of the 3 ways to get around this problem is by reducing the playback resolution. Click on this drop down and choose accordingly. 1/8 being the lowest resolution I can choose on my computer. Now you can notice some improvements when scrubbing through your footage. Let's fast forward and start grading our sequence. So we have 5 4K clips on our timeline and let's do some scrubbing. So there is that lag. Though this is 1/2 resolution, playback resolution, there's still the noticeable lag. Let's push it to 1/8 and see what we get. See, my computer is already crawling. So 1/8 is not any different. So the problem is still there. Now let's move on to the second way, which is disabling the clips which we're not really editing at the moment. Let's pretend we're not using the first 3 clips. So let's highlight it, right click, and uncheck enable. This will disable the 3 clips. This should free up your RAM and CPU. Let's scrub through the 2 remaining enabled clips. So as you can see, it's decent. I mean, you can still see the lag, but it's not so bad. If that still didn't do it for you, we move on to the third, final, and best way I know, which is creating proxies. Proxies are duplicate files of a project source footage. The proxy footage is a transcoded file that's smaller in file size and at a lower bitrate than the original. So this will definitely help our RAM, CPU, and GPU. Start by selecting our clips, the clips that we're using in the project bin. Just highlight all of them. Right click and go to Proxy, Create Proxies. In this window, leave everything as is, but you can change the target destination of the proxy files. But I leave it to the first option, which is next to the original media in a proxy folder. Click OK and it will open Adobe Media Encoder. This is a freeware which you can install alongside Adobe Premiere. It will automatically import all your files and begin making the proxies. I'll just fast forward this part as it will take a little time transcoding the proxies. Once that's done, let's go back to Premiere and look at our clips and make sure the proxies are attached. I mean, you don't have to do this all the time. I'm just gonna check and show it to you. So right click and go to Properties. Now you'll have this proxy media, which means that we have successfully created the proxies. Take notice of the image size. It is now 1024 by 540 comparing to the before, which is 3840 by 2160. For comparison's sake, let's look at the footages where we didn't make any proxies. So as you can see, there is no attached proxy medias. Also make sure that this icon is blue to make sure the proxies are toggled and enabled. Okay, now let's scrub away. Faster and lag-free. And take note as well, all our clips are enabled, nothing is disabled, and we can still scrub through the whole timeline. Let's switch it up to full resolution and you can hardly see the difference. Keep in mind though that these are the proxies that you're looking at, so the full resolution might not be as sharp. You could always go back to your 4K footage once you're finished editing. If your interface doesn't have this toggle proxies icon, just go to this plus sign, click on it, and choose the icon that you need. Click and drag it down to the panel. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial as I had a blast making it for you. If you have any comments, please message me below. Also, if you like this video, kindly smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this. Thank you and peace.